Hi, welcome to Recovery Nuggets with Alana and Luke. We are here having a lunch date and got talking about recovery, so we're going to make a quick video. And we are going to be talking about our favorite recovery tool that has to do with check-ins.
So what we found out is early on in recovery, we would spend time going through and talking about how to emotionally connect. And we both needed a format to be able to do this because there was so much expectations around what does emotional connection look like and how does this happen that we use this tool. So this tool is something that we would usually go on a walk at night or be alone in our bedroom at night and where kids weren't around so we could connect. And one of the things that we would use is this format. And the first part of the format there was 3 parts. There would be 2 emotions given by each individual. The first emotion I would give to Alana, and I would say, here's the feeling. And I would say, sad. And then she would say, all right, this is the last time I felt sad. And then we would go back and forth 2 times. So each person would get 2 feelings and the other person would answer. And the next thing that we would do is the next part would be...
Really quick, couple of rules on this. The rules on this are when one person is talking, the other person has to just listen. So, for example, if Luke gave me the word sad and I said, okay, most recently I felt sad when I couldn't go out to eat because we're in this quarantine right now. That's when I felt sad. Then he wouldn't be weighing in on it. He would just simply be sitting here listening to me.
And the biggest one was the next one I was going to explain, which was an apology. So the next thing is I am sorry because of this. And, you know, it could be anything. And the person obviously needed to be sincere in their apology. And the other person could only say one thing, which is, I accept that apology or I need more time. And they wouldn't weigh in on it other than that. And there was 2 apologies going back and forth.
The reason why the apologies were so helpful for both sides of it was it was very healing for me to hear Luke talk about ways that he was sorry. Sometimes it was the addiction and the betrayal related, other times it wasn't. But it was also really good for me to be able to find ways that I was sorry, because I got to this place in my recovery that it was constantly, you did this, you did this, you did this, and I'm fine. You're the one with issues. But it was really good for me to understand that I'm obviously not perfect. I make mistakes. And so it allowed me to get real with myself and apologize for things I needed to apologize for as well. And sometimes it was around the betrayal and addiction stuff, but a lot of times it wasn't. And the apologies can go back to anywhere. They could be, I'm sorry that when we were first dating, I didn't respect you enough to whatever. It could have been stuff from way back when we were dating, or it could be, I'm sorry yesterday when you came and you were trying to be vulnerable with me, I just shut you down. So those are some examples, but that rule is really important, that the only thing you say to the apology is I'm sorry, or is I need more time, or I forgive you. That's it. So each person does, and you alternate doing the 2 apologies.
The next thing, the part 3 that you alternate is what I like about you. So I really like this about you. And then you expound upon it. This was really awesome for me in my recoveries because I was, obviously I like to hear Alana say, this is what I like about you. It was really enjoyable and it was really fun, especially in the pain, for her to be able to say something. But it was also really good for me to be able to point out things and be able to share things that I liked about her and think about that.
Yeah, with that, it's I like or I appreciate. And there were times that some days I really struggled. Some days I didn't feel anything. Like I had the hardest time coming up with something that I like or appreciate. But this was important for me to start looking for those good things, to not just see the negative, because my brain is in the trauma, is going through all of this. Am I safe look for the negative so I can keep myself safe, that self-protection mode. So it was really important for me to start to see the good and to recognize the good. And sometimes it's, I appreciate that we're having this walk. I appreciate that you're checking in. I appreciate that you made some cute babies because we have some cute kids. Sometimes the appreciates were not great, but then other times the appreciates were really heartfelt and sincere of, I appreciate that I can see you're really working recovery. And those little nuggets he needed to hear. He needed that occasionally on the journey, and I was so scared to give it to him because I thought that if I told him he was doing okay, that he would instantly take that and stop trying or stop working because he'd go like, okay, we're good now. But the reality is I gave him plenty of reasons all day long to realize that we weren't okay. But I was really scared to give him those props. So it helped me in particular learn how to start giving those to him.
So just to kind of sum up with that, so you get bounced back and forth. Part one is I am feeling an emotion. Bounce back and forth with part two, which is I'm sorry. And then part three is I like about you or I appreciate you. And you bounce back and forth on two each. And that's an emotional check-in.
Yeah. So if this speaks to you and you want to try it, give it a try. Let us know how it goes. Thanks for joining us today on our lunch date. And hopefully this little nugget can help you as it helped us.